The question that we've been asked is, let's say in a matter, I have basically declared a disbursement under a wrong category. What do I do? Okay, it depends on what kind of category you kind of categorized it. Let's say you kind of said, hey, I bought some stamps and for $10, that's my postage, right? And you put it as a prepaid expense, even though you actually went physically to Shoppers Drug Mart and you bought the stamps. Accidentally you paid it as a prepaid expense, and let's say I'm going to use here, I have a special prepaid here called Canada Post, or a prepaid expense, whatever it is, like let's say Canada Post stamps, and you actually saved it. Now what will happen is, if you raise an invoice, the disbursement is definitely going to be charged to the client. Let me quickly show you in a pre-bill. Like if I show a pre-bill, you're going to see the disbursement being charged to the client, stamps $10 with taxes at $11.30. But the unfortunate problem is, because you marked it as a prepaid, there's not going to be any general to it. Now you use prepaid when you do bulk. Like for example, you bought 100 stamps in Costco and you are basically using 10 stamps for this guy at the dollar. You would have put this way. But if you did not do it this way, then what will happen is, when you go to reconcile your general next month, you will see a missing prepaid payment hitting your general account. How do you fix this? The way you fix this is basically you go to accounts and go to your chart of accounts. In this case, I'm going to the asset account and I'm going to go to my prepaid, which is Canada Post stamps, and I see here the $11.30 is a credit. It means, like, basically if you had purchased it, right, then this would have been good. Now what you now need to do is, because you've invoiced and you've gone ahead and told the client it's a prepaid expense and all that stuff, all you need to do for your general account is just put under action, under asset, you need to do a prepayment purchase. Right here you would say $11.30, which is actually the money that you actually spent, and you would mark it as Canada Post stamps. Maybe it was yesterday, and you'd put your general bank from where you kind of paid, or maybe you used your credit card or whatever you used, right? Like you put that method of payment and you would hit the submit button. Now what you will see is the debit will be there. And if I also go into my general, which is now, I said I paid using my business credit card, I'll see the $11.30. So the recommendation is not to use prepaid if there was a general payment, right? Like if there was general payment, you should have actually gone action, payment, and then here you should have chosen how you paid for the expense in the bottom, and this is what you're charging for the client. But if by mistake you went and you actually did it as a prepayment, right, it's not a big deal. Basically what you've done is you just said, hey, I bought the asset earlier and now I'm transferring it as an expense. But in this case, you just need to put that purchase as an asset purchase. That's it. So once again, as I showed you, go into the accounts, under action, under asset, you need to do a purchase of that asset that you actually put in the disbursement so that you can complete this cycle.